Excellent. You are about to get the best introductions ever because you are going to do them yourself. From Oslo, Norway. Good morning.
Hello. Morning.
And your best introduction ever is?
Well, first of all, we have to start to say that we in the Nordic countries and in Nordic capitals, we are privileged for our discussions on food and not about fight for the fundamental right to access.
Very nice. From Södertälje, Sweden. Good morning.
Good morning.
And your best introduction ever is?
Is that I'm happy enough to be the mayor of a magic place on earth, Södertälje.
I am moving. That's beautiful.
You're most welcome.
From Reykjavik in Iceland. Good morning.
Hi, my name is Dagur Eggertsson. I'm just honored to be here on stage with my big brothers and sisters.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could be a mayor of this. So this is really impressive. From Copenhagen in Denmark.
Yes, and I'm actually mayor for the happiest and greenest city in the world, I think. So that's fantastic.
And I should really say from Denmark in Copenhagen. This is why you're doing your best introductions ever and I am not. All right, so I gave people a little idea of what this EAT initiative was about, but really they want to know, well, examples, okay, best case examples. What are you going to share with us, Mr. Mayor?
Well, thank you. My name is Raymond Johansen. I'm the governing mayor of Oslo. In our discussion is rather on proper nutrition and sustainable food production, which is crucial for the community challenges with health problems and the climate changes that we are having in this part of the world. In Oslo, we are continuously looking for inspiration on better food policy. After 8 months in the city government, we have initiated 3 concrete shifts. First, the issue particularly close to my heart, it's to combating food illiteracy. Educating our children is crucial. To secure a good and productive life for these children, we need to teach them where food comes from and what effect it has. This is important as teaching them skills of reading and doing math. The key is early introduction to joy of growing, cooking, and not least the joy of eating good food. So our first action is the shift in increase learning gardens through our schools. An example is our cooperation with a non-commercial Geitemyra Culinary Center for children. The center educates groups from kindergarten, schools and families. Their philosophy is that every time a child cooks or eats, he or she is a participant in the food chain or co-producer, not simply a consumer. Our second action is the shift in using public procurement to increase the share of organic food. In our political declaration, we have set the bar to 50%, using strong purchasing power to boost the market for ecological food, inspired by Copenhagen. Our aim is that we will motivate all the other municipalities to make similar efforts and to support growth in the market for organic products. Our third action is the shift in our lunch plates. In February, we introduced a weekly vegetarian day in the City Hall canteen. We know that eating less meat is perhaps one of the easiest ways to decrease our carbon footprint, at the same time to bringing positive health effects. The Vegetarian Day initiative will be scaled up to schools and other municipality canteens. I believe that starting with the Vegetarian Day in the City Hall will inspire out our agency with altogether 53,000 employees. I'm convinced that these types of initiatives will create a greener and healthier city and a healthier population.
Have you done Vegetarian Day yet?
Yes.
Okay, how did it go?
Every Monday, yes.
Right.
It's good. It's
Nice.
very popular and it's also accessible for the rest of the population to come to the City Hall.
Right.
So whenever you're in Oslo, please come on a Monday.
I think everybody here is saying, oh, come on Tuesday. This is your commitment. If you go to Oslo on a Monday, I know that you're committed. All right, Madam Mayor, from the magical city in the whole of the world, maybe?
Yes, yes.
Tell us about what's your best case study that you can actually say, this is working, we want to share it.
Well, every day we serve nutritious and tasty meals to all the children and young boys and girls in Södertälje, in all the preschools and schools. And 60% of the food is organically produced. And we...
Did you say 60%?
60%
Okay.
of all the food.
Right.
And this is a shift that we have made, not increasing costs in any way. And I will give you three key components to this. For first, it's not a project. It's not a single isolated project. It's a part of the regular local operation, all the schools and preschools. And we made a decision in the City Council already in 2001 to use the purchase of food in our environmental work. And since then we have improved and worked on this vision that we have. Second, we have invested in rebuilding all the kitchens, almost all the kitchens in the preschools and the schools.
How many kitchens did you have to rebuild?
Oh, there's a lot of kitchens. It's a city of
Have you done yet?
Almost 100,000 people living in Södertälje,
okay.
so it's a lot of schools and preschools. And so they are fully equipped to be able to cook the meals from scratch, because in Sweden we have hot meals every day, every lunch is a cooked meal. And you do it at the school from scratch. That's a really important investment, so you don't just receive some food from somewhere else and heat it up and serve it. And the second, we have educated all the staff that we have in the school kitchens. We have at least one professionally educated chef in every kitchen in the preschools and the schools. And they really have a high level in knowledge and skills to prepare meals so they are tasty and nutritious, and to handle raw food, raw ingredients. And that's the second important thing. Okay. The third is that we focus on quality on the food. It should be tasty. It shall also be local produced, and by local, all the food come from a maximum of 250 kilometers from Södertälje.
So, Madam Mayor, just to finish up, how do the kids like the school dinners? I hated school dinners. Do they like their school dinners?
Most of them do, I think.
Most.
We hear all the time, and we won the award of the best school meals in Sweden.
Okay.
2 years ago. It was wonderful.
Very nice. That's a very nice humble brag to end on before I go across to Reykjavik.
Yeah. Our strongest sides would be clean, unfiltered water from the taps into the industries, geothermal energy, renewable, that we use to heat up greenhouses and produce food, and sustainable fisheries, and actually a salmon river within the city. But we are kind of late bloomers when it comes to food. We ate our shoes and almost cooked everything through the ages. So the garlic was introduced in '79, and the beer was legalized in '89. So we're really here to learn. Our biggest projects now are a master plan where we are increasing urban agriculture, and that's coming again. It was very common when Reykjavik was poor, but now it's coming again as a lifestyle. Secondly, we're working against food waste. There is too much food wasted. And thirdly, we are trying to get the whole picture and get things done. That's why we are here. That's why we're learning from the other cities in the north.
Did you take any mental notes, or did you think, oh, those won't work for us? Or did you think, oh,
no, it's all in my phone now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. All right, so the Mayor of Children and Youth in Denmark, What did you want to share that shows that you're working on the healthy food, sustainable ideas?
Well, back in 2007, the City Council in Copenhagen decided that we would go from 51% organic procurement into increasing that tremendously, so that we in 2015 would be up till the level of 90% of organic produced food in our public sector. And we actually ended at 88% by doing a lot of things. In my department, I'm happy to say we ended at 94%, and we're still working on getting to the last 6%. But most importantly, the thing we did was not just to increase the budget and spend more money. We actually told the whole public kitchen sector that we had this goal and we wanted them to try and achieve it, but they would not get more money. They had to work in a lot of ways to try to get more organic food, get more people to actually eat the food. We produce to the daycare centers, to the schools, and also to all the elderlies in Copenhagen. And we decided that, of course, we could do that. We did it by looking into some of the people working in the kitchens, make sure that they get the right education, that they get the right knowledge, that they get an awareness on how to reduce food waste, how to be more focused on using the local food, the food that is suitable for each season, and also the way they do in Oslo. We try to cut down on meat, and also serve a lot of very nice meals that doesn't consist a lot of meat. One of the other good things we did was actually also to involve the children, because if you want to make nice, healthy food, it's no use if the kids won't eat it. So for us, it was very important also to make sure that the children actually was involved with this. So we have now, out of the 60 schools we have in the city of Copenhagen, we have 6 schools that are 12 schools, that are food schools, 6 more to come in a few years' time. So they have a whole functional kitchen there and a cantina. The children will actually work in the kitchen. That is also kind of a way to reduce the money on how to do this.
Hold a minute. You put children in the kitchen. Are they actually making dinner?
They are making dinner. Of course, they have
lunch?
a lot of assistance from professional chefs,
from paid people.
Paid people.
Wow.
But the
child labour at Eat Forum.
Oh yeah, that is what we do. No, but the good thing is that these kids, they actually get this awareness on how to produce. They get this awareness on how to use biodynamic, how to use organic food, how to make sure that you have some tasty, but also produced in a proper way. And they get this feeling that they actually is part of the meal, that they are part of enjoying the meal even more. And it's not just our regular schools, it's also our special aid schools that is part of this program. So we have a lot of good stories to tell from Copenhagen. And the last thing I would say is that this is not rocket science. It is actually just to make a decision, make the politicians, me as a mayor and all the other politicians, take a decision, do it, and make sure that you involve all the people in it. And you don't have to invest a lot of money in it. You can do it at the same budget. It's just a matter of getting started.
See, the mayor's prepared this bit. You can tell they prepared this bit, can't you? It's all nice and perfect. They didn't prepare this next bit. I'm going to ask them. In a sentence, Mr. Mayor and the other mayors, why should you, or what convinced you to sign up for this initiative? What was the moment when you thought, yes, this is a good idea, I'm going to commit?
It's a good idea because we have to facilitate for people taking the right choices and to nurture them in the right direction. So together, we have new and good initiatives and good ideas which we need to learning from each other. So that's why we sign up for this.
Madam Mayor.
Well, municipalities, cities produce a lot of food, and we can help to take responsibility for the environment too, and not to pollute the oceans.
Mayor of Reykjavik.
Well, I think food is actually central, not just to living, but to a lot of things. And my background is in medicine, so this is very close to my heart. And And we feel that the people of Reykjavik are more and more interested in the food we are serving, the food they are eating. So it's very timely for us to get on board, learn something, and give our best.
It's a very nice long sentence, but it was a beautiful one. The Mayor for Children and Youth in Denmark, in Copenhagen.
Well, because cities are more is faster to actually take action into things instead of just waiting for governments and summits and all that. The cities can actually do much more. So, well, we just wanted to get started, and here we are.
Thank you so much. Proving they can think on their feet. Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good.
Very nice. Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you so much.